Hello everybody out there, and welcome back to another episode of the Dark Avenger comic book review. Back on time, even though it is a day late. The reason for it being a day late is because it's Memorial Day weekend, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful 3-day weekend. Now, while a lot of you out there use Memorial Day to celebrate, go to the beach, the beaches are now open, barbecues and whatnot, I like to take the time to just send out our hearts and prayers to all the families who lost somebody near and dear to them that was serving our country. That's the whole point of Memorial Day, and I know a lot of people echo this, and a lot of people forget that Memorial Day is our day to remember those soldiers that did not make it home, that we lost
men and
in
women.
the fight to protect and serve our country, and for potentially world peace one day.
Yes, and we give respect to those who have fought bravely, all the men and women out there, and it's just sad to know that this stuff happened to them, but to know that they fought for us is why we give our respects to them.
Yes, and hopefully one day we'll be able to live in a world of world peace.
Yeah.
A world of world peace. That could have been said better, but hopefully one day we'll all get to see world peace. I hope to be alive to see it. Unfortunately, it's not today, but we could always pray that it'll be tomorrow. But with that all being said, let's move into this week's review, which is episode 495, which means
here comes
5 more episodes until I'm doing that again, until 500.
Oh, now it went over there. It's
stuck.
clouds. It should be up there. You should be throwing it in the sky. What are you doing throwing it? That's much better. High five. Because there's 5 episodes left. The high five. I'll be quiet.
Yes. Pre-review show though,
Yes,
time everyone,
pre-review.
because we are back on time for the most part, so we have a little time to talk a little bit. We don't have that many books this week, actually. It's a very light weekend. Ironically, this is episode 495. 5 episodes left. We have an Argo 5 book to talk about first. I think that's awesome. But anyway, a lot's been going on as far as videos. We have E3 that's going to be coming up very soon, so look forward to discussions and reactions to everything going on E3. I'll probably end up putting those videos on my new channel this year, as I do talk about a lot of gaming stuff over on my new channel. Link in the description below. We made it well past now 100 subscribers, and thank you all for subscribing, by the way. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. So we have a URL, so you can check it out at youtube.com/Chris Dibuduo, Dibuduo.
Yep.
And if I said that too fast, don't worry, links in the description below, and that's where it'll always be. But I did post up a new video this week. I was asked if I would do a haul video for all the stuff we got recently Nintendo related, because we got a lot of stuff on Nintendo. I always want to say we got a lot of stuff from Nintendo. Nintendo didn't send it to us. It just so happens that everything we got was from Nintendo.
The company.
The company. We paid for it. We didn't get it from Nintendo. Would it be cool if we got it from Nintendo?
Absolutely.
Yes. Unfortunately, it was not. So I did a haul. I do have a vlog I'm working on, but like I said, Wednesday is going to be a major announcement. So there's going to be a video on this channel. There's going to be a video on my new on the new channel. There's going to be a post on Facebook. There's going to be a post all over the place. Facebook. The keyword I just said is Facebook, and I made this announcement on my Facebook. Very soon I'm going to start live streaming on Facebook. Every now and again. I mean, cell phones can do it, tablets can do it. You can basically go live on Facebook whenever you want. And because my new channel is below 1,000 subscribers, I cannot live stream through my phone on my new channel, which is a problem. And it took a while to get to 100 subscribers. I'm being realistic. It does take a while to build up a new channel. So in the meantime, I can't live stream on YouTube. And I could always live stream here, it's true, but I do also have a lot of people on Facebook that don't tend to check out my YouTube videos as often, or maybe at all. Some of them are not just into YouTube. So, as of this video, I will have a link down below to my Facebook. Random friend requests might take a while before I accept them, because I would like to know the person before I accept any friend request. However, I do have my account set up now so that people who come to my Facebook to watch just the live shows will get to see just the live shows, and all my personal stuff that's more for friends and family will be kind of kept for close friends and family, and all that anyone else who friends my profile will see will be the stuff that I do, live streams and announcements and stuff like that. So I won't. I was going back and forth whether I wanted to make another profile specifically for all that, or if I wanted to stay on my profile and figure something out. I finally figured it out, and I didn't have to make a second profile. So I'm very happy about that. I don't know when the first live stream is going to happen, but again, I will make a mention of it somewhere, probably on Twitter and everywhere else. So like I said, the link for my Facebook will be in the description. I will be adding Facebook to all of my channels, well, my 2 channels and then my Instagram. So if you're interested, if you'd like to send a friend request, you're welcome to. Let me know who you are. If I know who you are already, it'll be easier for me to accept you. If I don't know you, always pop in on the live shows, pop in on videos, leave some comments, let me know who you are. And if I know you, then I'll definitely I'll add you a lot faster than if it's somebody random. Like if I get random Adam Smash sent me a friend request, it's like, okay, I don't know you, but I tend to delete stuff. I tend to reject friend requests like that. From now on, though, I'm leaving it. So this way, if, let's say, Adam Smash shows up on a live stream or starts commenting on videos here, I'll answer, I'll know who he is, and then eventually I'll probably end up accepting his friend request on Facebook. My only reserve, again, with my Facebook is it's personal. It's always been my personal Facebook account, and I do have a lot of family moments, pictures, and whatnot, and I don't want to get rid of those. I don't want to turn my Facebook into a 100% business Facebook. But to be quite honest, again, when it comes to social media and Facebook and everywhere, I feel like Facebook, I used to feel a lot more for friends, like close friends and family. Now I kind of feel more like Facebook is another kind of social media outlet. I'm sorry, the dog's tail just went like... Anyway, and so, I don't know. What I'm trying to say, though, is my Facebook will be live streaming soon, so I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, and also before we get into the... wait, were you done with your...
I'm done, that's it.
Okay.
Facebook and the 29th, big
Yes.
things, and then July you all know about.
Yeah. So, just going into my channel just a little briefly, there have been many videos that I have been uploading just to keep my channel active, and the one video that I did upload, for those of you who know about the Nintendo New York, that every one of you been asking me if I was going to participate in the second annual. Technically, I did, but, well, the ending result was a little
You
not
lost
in my
in the
favor.
first round.
Yeah. But, however, though, there is eligibility to be in the 4th one, because the 3rd one, you're ineligible, so I would have to wait for the 4th one. Yeah, but that's fine. They're doing them monthly instead of 2 months.
And you know what? I was telling you about Splatoon. Guess what's going to happen at E3? 3 tournaments. Well, 2 tournaments and an invitational. The Mario Maker Invitational, Super Smash Brothers, and Splatoon.
Oh, why can't
All
I be
3
there
tournaments.
for that? I wanna be there
I'm
for
a little
that.
sad. I'm a little just a tiny bit bitter.
But anyway, you can go check it out on my channel and lots of other videos that I have uploaded and some
for
other
my
ideas
channel,
that I have.
I will be visiting Nintendo New York within the next month. I do want to go there for vlog purposes, and also I would like to go see Nintendo New York. It's I've never.
It's
gotten to
excellent.
see it.
I think you'll love it.
And I've seen a lot of stuff I want, so I'm just kind of holding on to a little extra
You
money.
cannot leave without getting something.
Oh,
Believe
I
me.
probably never would.
You cannot. I tried.
And I
You
found out
can't.
there's a Lego World store like a block away.
Oh yeah, there is. I saw it. It's... well, I didn't go in. I saw the building. I was like saying, oh yeah, that's the Lego they were, yeah.
And Tommy loves Legos, as you all know, so there's 2 places that we'll probably be visiting, and that's when we go to the city, so stay tuned for that. But
And also there's an M&M store too. That's all I'm going to say.
oh yes, there's that too. And with that, we're at 9 minutes, or 8
Yeah.
minutes? No, we're at 8, well, not 9 minutes now, so
Yes.
we've wasted a lot of, well, that's a nice size pre-show.
So when, where, or how, who, what?
Well, we don't have that many books. How many books do we
Well,
have this week?
this week we have 10 books,
Not a lot.
and they all, besides the first one, came out May 22nd, 2019.
And ironically, in the next episode, when we talk about the books that were released, they will be released on my birthday. My birthday is actually New Comic Book Day, May 29th,
There you go.
which is awesome.
Wait, I thought Free Comic Book Day was the first day of May. First
Not
week of
Free
May.
Comic Book Day, New Comic Book
Oh,
Day.
new. Oh, I thought you said free.
No.
Oh, well, new free.
That passed already.
All right. Well, yeah, I should hope so.
Argo 5, issue number 29. We are 1 away from issue 30. Dan has done an amazing job. This is part 2 to the story arc that we got left off at in the last issue with Gladiatra and the girl. Atra. I keep thinking about how Dan says it, and I feel like I always call it Gladiatra, but I feel like sometimes Dan corrects me
I
as
thought it was
Gladiatra.
Gladiatra.
I always call it Gladiatra.
I don't know. However he says it, it's his book.
He has a picture up now on how to say
alright,
things.
well, I'm just
But anyway,
saying.
the girl gets caught, and Shazrat tells her to hit the bricks because he figures out that, you know, Gladiatra didn't really hurt her on purpose. And then we go back to Blue Dynamo, who's on another date, but this time the date's looking great. But the rest of the book focuses on Chain Reaction and Roberto. I
Ooh.
hate Roberto.
Yeah, he looks
So
kinda
Roberto is basically dating Chain Reaction's ex-wife, and Chain Reaction has a kid, and the wife wants to sue Chain Reaction for full custody, and Roberto is claiming he's been there more than Chain Reaction. He kind of pushes Chain Reaction into a fight, and he calls for his group. Obviously, Chain Reaction calls for Argo 5. What was the group's called name?
System 6.
System 6.
I
And
was
no
waiting for you
offense
to
to
get
System
that.
6, I just, at this moment in time, I was cheering Argo 5 all the way, and I like how one of them from System 6 saw the little boy and kind of put 2 and 2 together and figured out, and she was like, wait, stop. Roberto's the one that started this fight. They're not bad guys.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
This is something that's a little different. And that's when Roberto drops the news that Chain Reaction's wife wants to actually, that's just an advertisement. Wants to sue him for full custody. He's like, let me tell you right now, I'm always going to see my son.
And they had the gallery with the cover.
Oh yes,
Blue Dynamo was awesome.
I truly love this issue. I hope Blue Dynamo gets a second day, but I feel like him and well, you
I
never
would
know.
if he had a solo issue Blue Dynamo. I think I would read it because I like Blue Dynamo's character.
I like all the Argo characters.
But if you want to check out the Argo 5 comics, you can go on argocomics.com. That's ARGO comics.com.
Or you can go on Indie Planet and look up Argo 5 and you'll find all of Dan's books. You can look up Dan Sin, S-H-E-N.
S-E-H-N. It is S-E-H-N.
Oh, you're right. Michael is right. Well, damn. I suck. S-E-H-N.
I mean, you know.
I'm sorry, Dan. I apologize. I got you. Like, you know what?
It's okay. I'm here to help him.
They would have figured it out.
What?
When they looked
I'm
up
just
Argo
saying.
5.
I'm
You shut your
helping
mouth.
you.
Don't even start.
What?
Which, by the way, Dan, I know you're probably watching this at this point. We definitely got to have another meetup at the Pizza Con at some point.
Oh, oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely do, because I think we did it last summer or right before summer.
No, we did it in. Oh wow. When
See?
did we do it?
We,
Oh no, it was in the fall, I think.
oh, was in the fall?
Yeah, it was in October, November, because it was somewhere after New York Comic Con, I think, where we did a little spoof thing after New York. It was either October or November.
Okay, well, either way, we should do it in
But
the
yeah,
summer,
yeah.
so this way we have the beach and everything also.
Oh yeah,
We could do
the
Beach
beach is
Con.
nice, yeah.
I'll tell you right now,
Ooh.
Beach Con is the best con. Water sports and all.
Yeah, minus the wind now go on the camera. That's a problem.
Nah, that's a problem.
We'll figure something out.
Beach Con. Now going into this week's books, we have Star Trek. I almost missed this book. The Q Conflict issue. Yes, issue number 4. I wanted to make sure it was Conflict and not something else. I like this issue. Q pushes the envelope in this book. He pushes the profits. He uses the Enterprise crews to push the profits, and now, things aren't looking good for Q.
Ooh.
I like how Picard goes to Ghana to see if, because her and Q don't get along too well, and he's trying to kind of feel this out, trying to figure out what to do, and everybody's just playing along for now. Oh, I'm really excited to see what happens next, and I'm sure Jay would know. I have no clue who the last 2 people in this book, these 2 people are.
Yeah, I think Jay would know. I'm not.
I
too
feel like
sure.
I should know.
I don't know Star Trek,
but it went
so.
over my head. So forgive me, it went over my head. But I'm loving this. I'm really happy that IDW is focusing on some next generation Star Trek stuff. I really am. I love the next generation. Broken Mirror, Terra Incognita, the other one, the Behind the Mirror, Black Mirror, whatever it was called. I love it.
Black Mirror?
I don't know, but I still have to get the trade of Terra Incognita and Through the Mirror. I have to get both of those trades still. I forgot those 2. I have to remember to put those in my cart tonight, so I remember.
Well, for those of you gamers out there who have known about this game that came out this past week,
Which
it's
we got.
actually in the comic book of the one-shot. Team Sonic Racing.
I've heard good things about Team Sonic Racing.
It is. I've seen video gameplays about this, and I've read this comic book. And by the way, this comic book is, I can just sum it up really quickly. It's Sonic and Shadow who are facing each other first, like saying, well, I'm going to get there first, and yada, yada, yada. Dr. Eggman comes in the picture saying that he's going to finish first. Then you have Tails, Knuckles, and everybody else.
Why does Sonic, who can run faster than the speed of sound, need a car?
Why does Shadow need it then, too?
Right.
So, I don't know. Why do they need cars?
Because it's a good video game!
Well, why are you asking
That's
me?
the
That's
answer.
Nintendo. I didn't put them in the car.
That. You're supposed to have the answer for that.
Go ask Nintendo.
You're supposed to be a Sonic fan.
I'm not the one that made the game now, did I?
But you should have defended and said because it's awesome.
They're racing.
It's too late now. I already defended
What about
the
Diddy
game.
Kong Racing or Crash Team Racing and all that stuff?
Let's not talk about either of those.
What do you mean not talk about either of those? Those are good games. You shut your mouth.
Diddy Kong Racing?
Yeah, you shut your
Diddy
mouth.
Kong Racing?
Yes. You never
No.
played that in 64, then you haven't had a childhood. Shame on you.
No,
Shame.
Diddy Kong Racing is a no. Mario Kart all the way.
Well, yeah, that too, but shame on you. Shame.
And as far as
Team
Crash
Sonic.
Racing,
You better shut your mouth.
doesn't deserve racing.
You shut your mouth.
His first game was the only good one.
There was only one.
Crash Bandicoot, #1, was the best one.
You're talking, but that's Adventure Crash.
Right. So why does he deserve a cart?
Why are you questioning about
Banjo Kazooie?
Banjo? Oh, wait, did he have?
Yeah, he did.
I don't remember.
Don't remember JonTron's video?
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, now that you said that. But Sonic Team Racing, since we have to go, it's just Sonic and Shadow who are trying, and everybody who's trying to not get Eggman to get to the end of the point, and then that's all it is. It's Sonic and Shadow rivalry of
Cars!
Going into now another comic, but before we get into video game topics, which will be for another time because I always win at those, Sonic the Hedgehog issue number 17. So in this one, alright, enough of that. No, enough of that now. Come on. So in this one we have
First round, that's all I'm gonna say.
the Zombots in this issue are infecting everybody in town. So Sonic is with
Sonic.
this whole with the whole thing of like let me
Sonic.
show you. Like I think you might know about it actually. There's like this thing that is like you know about, like look, like these things that let them know that you're with the infected. So people are infected by it, and Sonic, the only way he can get rid of it is if Sonic speeds and all that. You have Team Chaotix who comes into this investigation, and let's just say one of the Team Chaotix might get infected by the Zombot, unless Sonic could get to him in time. But yeah, it's sad. Thank you. Read
Does
the
he need
issue
a car?
to find out. Oh my god, I'm going to really.
Cars! Just like JonTron.
So we could go.
I wish we had the video.
Yeah,
for that.
now we could go into the big two, and we're not gonna go into gotta have cereal from the other guy.
No.
The
We're in Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel. We're gonna start with the War of the Realms, the Punisher issue number 2. Actually.
By the way, there's a annual which I didn't get, and there's a follow-up miniseries that follows up this.
Oh well, there you go. So
Because
the
apparently,
Punisher
does
issue 2.
Punisher make a promise in this?
I don't think he does actually.
In the last part, he will, because he makes good on that in this miniseries.
In this issue, basically, and it's been like, it seems like a long time, they're trying to go to New Jersey to help the doctor who has got hurt. So he goes through the tunnel, meets up with the monster, and then these other guys who are trying to be Leah, and they're like saying, but what happens when we go to Jersey? And that question, actually, after this whole chaotic thing happens, he says, so let's go back to the question, because I think it's a good time to talk now. What happens when we get to Jersey? And next issue is to be concluded next month. So, it was good issue. I mean, I'm not going to say that it was bad. It was actually a really good issue.
You know, one thing I will say, since next book we're going into the DC side of things.
Yeah, only one more.
I made our previews order for the month of July, I think.
Well, May, June, July. It's 2 months, you said.
Yeah, July. I love how Marvel feels that because Amazing Spider-Man is hitting its 25th issue, it has the right to make that book a $10 book.
What?
Yeah. Well, pre-ordering it, through DCBS, we only pay $4 and change, but it's a $10 book. Why?
Because
Why?
25, 50, 75, 100.
Exactly. It'll be the 25th, the maybe even the third. No, well, they won't do 30th. That's too close. The 25th and 50th. They always.
So if it's gonna be a 25th issue, why don't you make it 25 cents?
No, I don't think they'll ever do that.
But
my issue is, why does that book deserve to be $10?
If they're adding
it's
story
not
in it,
officially the 25th issue of Amazing Spider-Man.
all right, because it's legacy.
The official 25th issue was way back before Mike and I were even born. This is really, they're in the legacy numbers of 800 plus.
Almost 1,000. Well,
maybe 900 plus. I don't know. I remember we did the math on Frontline.
I remember.
But this is not the 25th issue of Amazing Spider-Man, and if they end it again,
then they're gonna go.
And then the next 25th issue will be $10. I tell you, Marvel, I did the previews, and it's amazing. The annuals for DC Comics are only $6, $7. No, some of them, a lot of them are just $5.99, $6. Amazing Spider-Man is the most expensive book out of the big two in the month of July, being $10. I cannot. I can't wrap my mind around why all of a sudden these books are going for $10, and DC does it too with their summertime and wintertime specials now. But Marvel, if it's a 25th issue, if it's a first issue, well, not most of the time it's the first
yeah,
issue,
but it's always the first issue and the other issues that they keep going with. This DC does it like every once in a while, not every single time.
And it just frustrates me when I see $10. Why does a comic book that's not a trade, or at least half of a trade, garner the right to be $10?
Probably because they're stories. Guaranteed.
And then when the trade comes out with that $10 book,
yep,
that book's only about $15, and you get about 5 issues in it.
Yeah. I don't understand.
I really... And the only way we could do this, and we're part of the problem, because like I said, we already ordered it, we pre-ordered it. But the only way to stop this and to show Marvel we don't approve of $10 books is to not buy it.
Well,
and unfortunately, we're not going to have like all the issues except the 25th because it's $10. Completionists will get it. Fans of Spider-Man will get it. Fans of whatever book that's $10 will get it, no matter what.
Yeah, and you have to understand, we're one out of how many other people
probably
buy it?
Millions, and that's the problem. And that's
some
why
people
they get
think
away
$10 is a spit in the bucket. Some of them.
It's true. And I just to this day I don't understand when. I don't even know when it started. But the problem should have been nipped in the bud. It started with the all-new, all-different
Marvel Now. Or actually, no. It actually started when Marvel Now came out, that whole $10 thing.
And it should have been nipped in the bud then, honestly, because $10 for... Oh, no, it started with Deadpool.
No, it was Marvel Now it started with.
No, Deadpool. I know, but with Deadpool.
Well, Deadpool breaks the fourth walls all the time.
I don't know. But let's stop now. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you agree. I'm sure a few of you are like, well, you're saying don't buy the book. Why'd you buy it? You're right. Again, from DCBS, we only paid $4 and change. So, I mean, technically, we didn't pay $10 for the book. And I'd advise anyone who wants this book to do that. But unfortunately, because there's a sale, regardless how much or how little we spent, it's still a sale.
Yep.
But at least we weren't part of the $10 problem. We didn't pay $10 for it. But still, moving into DC Comics,
yes.
Now I have actually 2 from DC Main and then 1 from all the other connecting companies, starting with DC Vertigo. Books of Magic issue number 8. Tim is in the realm of fairy, and I cannot spell it for the life of me. F-A-E-R-I.
Fairy is F-A-I.
No. Go ahead and look. Go all the way to the bottom almost.
All the way? Well, I wanted to look. Wait, is it here?
No, keep going.
No. Ooh, excuse me.
No, let me help you.
I'm looking through the book because, but go ahead.
Okay, so he's there, and she took all of his memories. That's how the book starts off, and he's super happy being there. And what happens is the teacher wants to leave, though. She wants to go find his friend, his missing friend. That was the whole point, and they ended up getting stuck there by mistake. And Tim is all happy, and what? No, you got to go down a little bit. She mentions it there. No. She mentions it on this page. Right here. And fairy is F-A-E-R-I-E. Fairy.
What?
The realm of fairy.
All right.
So anyway, Tim ends up finding out that he did something bad because he lost his memories being there. And I like how the Queen actually is like, this is good that he's here. He, because he could either be the world's greatest hero wizard, or he could be the evil, or he could be the world's greatest villain wizard. We don't know yet. And what the Queen is, she's afraid that he's going to kind of fall closer to the evil side, and she also knows that the teacher, if she starts to notice he's going towards the evil side, she's going to kill him. So she feels he's safest there without his memories and just being there. And also, he's been missing from school, Tim, so you have the detectives that come to the house, the truants officers, and the father's like, he's fine, because remember, he used the magic on the father.
Yep.
And I'm just loving it. So Tim ends up taking his memories back because he goes and finds out that he did something wrong, like I said. And in remembering, he leaves, and like the Queen says, take it care before you consider coming back to Fairy Realm again. And then we see her vision of if he goes evil, how dark it can be. And the next issue he's going to find his friend, though. This series is amazing. It's one of the 2 series I'm loving. I love Books of Magic more at the moment than The Dreaming, but that's because the last arc, the 2-3 issues of that was kind of off. But The Dreaming is building up again. But Books of Magic has been such a pleasure. Every single issue I've loved. Not once has it hiccuped yet.
Yeah.
Moving on now, we are in Wonder Comics. This is Dial H issue 3. I found out...
Or V for villain, because it says...
Well, that's Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
I actually found out this is a miniseries. It's only going for 6 issues. So this is the 3rd, next month's the 4th, July is the 5th, so it was July's books, and then August is the 6th and final issue. I loved it. So the police officer who stole the phone for Mr. Thunderbolt ends up using it, and of course Miguel, and I can't remember the girl who's with him's name. Summer. Ends up grabbing the phone before Miguel. Miguel kind of gets pulled away, and she becomes Lolo Kick. Oh, it was awesome. So she becomes a superhero. She saves the phone, knocks out the police officer, long story short, and takes the phone with her and Miguel and heads towards Chicago because she knows there's a shortcut to getting to Superman because they're going to Metropolis to get to Superman. And I'm not familiar with Dial H, but there is a reference to one of the first people to use the dial. There's in the beginning of the book, and there's I think he's the person at the end of the book. I don't know these characters, so anyone who's read Dial H before and knows these characters, please somehow give me some info, because I am a little lost on who these people are. I believe they're the original owners of the H-Dial. Just want confirmation, or anyone who can give me any information, or I'll probably end up asking Jay tomorrow. Lowest book of the week for me, and this might go casual, and it's not from Terrifics, issue number 16. At this point, I feel like all we're getting is them hopping around the multiverse, and now they're gonna fight King Stag. That's how the book ends, and they're fighting all these things, and Doom is coming. And Doom is not Doctor Doom, just Doom and Gloom is coming. It just threw me off. It's like, this is what we've seen, except now instead of it being a dark version of the Terrifics, it's a dark version of Stag, and it's like, I don't know. It's very hard to digest this book after a while, and I truly feel like I don't know. I feel like the book is losing steam, and I don't know if it's done on purpose because they want to end the metal line, or if it's just falling out, or I'm just falling out of it. I probably will be leaving this book to a casual read from this moment on. Just because at this point I know very few people are reading it, and I can see what the theme of the Terrifics is going to be. Could I be wrong? Could it get better? Yes and yes. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And actually, I might keep the Terrifics because next month, the month of June, is the last month we'll be doing these comic reviews. So I might hold on to the Terrifics just to, because if it's the conclusion of this arc, I might do the conclusion for June. Moving on to Action Comics issue number 1011. Leviathan Rises, issue number 5. At this point, this is a grand setup for Brian Michael Bendis' big event that's going to cross over in a few books called Leviathan. And Lois Lane went missing at the end of the last issue. Turns out she's not. Superman finds her. They find out there's a lot more going on than they thought. Huntress guest stars in the book. Jimmy gets knocked out in the fortress, and Amanda Waller gets away. She's probably a part of Leviathan in some shape or form. And just everything looks like it's going to hell. And by the way, I did find out that Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen are not ongoings. Both of them are 12-issue maxi series surrounding Leviathan.
Okay, why are you telling me like I thought it was more?
I thought it was ongoing. They're not.
Oh.
I think Jimmy Olsen might not, but Lois Lane is at least the first half of her.
Well, it's to be continued event Leviathan
Next
June 12th.
week. Oh, in 2 weeks. Okay.
It says that right here, June 12th.
So, and Brian Michael Bendis also in July is starting a Batman maxi series, which I'm not reading. I'm not getting physically, at least. I might read it, but I'm not getting it physically. There's 3 books. There's a Superman book being written by, I believe, Tom King.
Yep.
I think it's Tom King. I did grab that. There's a Wonder Woman book, and there's a Batman book. Bendis is doing the Batman one. I will be checking out the Superman one. I will probably be digitally reading the Batman one. I don't know about the Wonder Woman one. But all of those are 12-issue maxi series as well, I think. I think they're 12 issues. I'm not sure. I'm talking about previews. I really should start that preview series I wanted to start. I might very soon. We'll see. But, yeah, this was a grand setup for Leviathan. Detective Comics issue 1004 is a setup, or it's a background on Dr. Arkham's daughter. Why she is the way she is, what pushed her over the edge, and it turns out that the mother was killed by a random batarang, so she believes Batman's evil. She went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, believes she's some type of a knight, and believes Batman is the poison that's destroying Gotham along with all the supervillains, and they're his fault. Once again, a villain who believes Batman's the reason for all of his arch nemesis. And she has to get rid of him. She has to destroy Batman and destroy everything else. So her plan gets set up. Batman, we get all the backstory in this issue, and now Batman and Robin are going after the Arkham Knight to be continued. And I did find out that actually Detective is going to be moving on in 2 months. So obviously this Arkham Knight arc will be ending next month more than likely. I'm glad I stuck to my guns and didn't get the single issues right now. While I do love the art, the story itself is middle ground still for me. This was a pretty middle ground week, I would say, and it's gonna suck because I only read 6 books this week. So when we do our top 5 on Frontline,
yeah, I only read 3 books, so I'm gonna only have my top.
It's
3.
gonna be very interesting, but maybe we'll have some back and forth about some of our books. But
yeah, but I only have 3 books. That's all I have. I'm only gonna be able to answer top 3.
So with that being said, that is it for this week's review. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you again enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. Our hearts and prayers to all of the families that have lost a loved one while they were serving. But now it's your turn, everyone. Let us know what you thought about the books that came out last week. Like, dislike, agree, disagree, recommendations. How many books did you have last week? I believe last week was a light week for several people, actually.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, till then, take care. Keep reading, keep collecting, and we will see you all really soon in the next episode, which means one more.
Yep.
Till 500.
Hey, everybody.
Which means 1 month.
Yeah, 1 month.
Month of June.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Be ready for the beginning of July. Be ready for the announcement on the 29th. Big things are coming in 2019, part 2.
Yep.
See y'all there.